Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Adam.
All right, today we are going for our second take on this guy. This is Green Spot, one of my favorite Irish whiskeys. They have a great lineup of Irish whiskeys. This is the Green Spot finished in an ex-Bordeaux cask from, and I'm going to slaughter the French pronunciation here, but Château Léoville Barton, which is really weird because it kind of sounds like Louisville Barton.
It's finished in Barton. Yeah.
Barton's.
Very young Barton.
Very young Bartons. Yes, that's exactly what it's finished in.
Or very old Barton barrels. There we go, right?
So, Green Spot. I want to say this is a Dublin distillery. They used the spots. They painted spots on the barrels to identify the age of the whiskeys. Oh. So that's kind of, so the green spot's a little bit younger than the yellow spot versus, all that kind of stuff.
I thought it all had to do with finishes.
No.
I'm learning every
the
day.
Ages. Mm-hmm. It's the ages. Most of them, actually, a lot of the different spots are all kind of finished in the same things, but each age group adds a little something extra to it. So like the yellow has some, I forget what, I don't remember what the exact breakdown is, but the yellow had something else added to it, and the red and the blue had something else added to it. So
cool. Is it just the scotches, or to apply to Irish too? When if they're all blended, it's 80 proof. But if it's a single batch, that's when the proof.
For the most part, if it's a big blend of whiskeys, a lot of times it's down in the 80 proof. But if it's a single, not necessarily a single barrel or anything like that, but kind of a single batch, they'll apply a little bit more, especially Green Spot. Green Spot's almost always in the 90s.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yes, we totally appreciate that. Oh, hell yes.
Man.
Wow, that's got so many different things going on. Buttery, sugary, vanilla.
I got a little chocolate.
Ooh, chocolate?
It's Bordeaux. Because Bordeaux is a red wine.
Yeah.
Right?
It is a red wine.
Right off the bat, I would think this would be a white wine finish. I don't know why, but
it's just a thick
yes,
nose.
Thick and
nose.
Sweet and creamy.
I get a lot of notes though, like you said earlier, like from white wine. You get butter from like Chardonnay.
Like a Chardonnay, buttery notes. Wow, that's
I like
good.
that.
That's a good nose.
Okay, we're going in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's delicious.
What's the beginning of that? Again, buttery, like creamy.
It's buttercream icing. Vanilla.
A little bit of a spice at the very end. Some like baking spice note.
Yes.
It's like a custard.
I think that's what I'm thinking of buttercream.
Like
you're getting into the cake.
Kind of a custard type thing going on here.
I'll say the finish is like a pear though.
I was gonna say there's fruit.
Not a can, but if you just grabbed one and ate one, so you get the rind,
the juice.
Yeah,
the juice. I was a cocktail a little bit.
That's good.
And there's a little bit of spice going on.
There's a spice. I don't know if it's a barrel. There's no age statement on this. It's 7 to 10 year old whiskey, finished for another 1 to 2 years in the Bordeaux. That's so. What's that? 8 to 12 year old total?
8 to 12, yeah.
Somewhere's in that ballpark. Not chip filtered. Not all natural, which it is pretty dark for an Irish whiskey, which is nice.
Great bottle, great cork. I like how they put the
spot on the
side, and it's a real cork too. I noticed that when you were pouring it. Real cork, nice.
So finding out our neighbor, this is one of his that he
This was Middleton Distillery.
Sells in Tennessee. It is getting harder and harder for him to get anything on the spot lineup.
Yeah.
Like he said, sometimes he's lucky if he can just get a case for
the state. Yeah.
So they've always produced the same amount of. I mean, they're special releases.
Well, yeah, these are special finishes, but the regular green, you can find the regular green most places.
Yeah, but like the yellow.
Yellow's like hit or miss. Outside of that, it's difficult. I almost this was when we went to Midtown Corridor.
Oh yeah.
And I bought this, and they also had another one finished in a white wine cask. So
Just
I went with the Bordeaux instead of the white wine because I thought there would be like a darker fruit, I'm not getting dark fruit or dark grape. I'm getting so much
I get the only
vanilla
fruit I'm
creaminess.
getting is pear.
The nose, I mean, the sweetness has settled down a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a custard note. Is really what it comes down to. Like some kind of a custard with a little bit of like a baking spice on top. Kind of.
It's not
delicious.
delicious. You don't get that
No,
char.
it's
you
not
don't
charred.
Get the sugar. You don't get the char, but it's.
I get the creme brulee minus the burnt sugar.
Minus the burnt sugar,
Yeah, it's the custard in it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not the top. The burnt sugar part is not there. Let's see what water does to this. I would assume there's a decent amount of oil in here.
It's going to make the mouth feel. I think it's going to. This has got a great coating.
It does. It really does. Right now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this neat.
No.
Like I would drink this neat.
Yes.
I would drink this neat all day long.
Listen,
Do people drink scotch on the rock? I mean, you don't drink scotch on the rocks. I mean, you can. Of course, everyone does anything their own way.
So one, this is Irish, not Scotch.
All right.
Two,
that's
yes,
wouldn't
people will
drink
add
either
water.
ice.
I think people add water more than they add ice to it. But I mean, everybody, you would drink your whiskey however you want to drink.
I wouldn't add ice to either Irish whiskey or Scotch.
No.
For one, the proof is always so low. I feel like it's just going to be really, really watered down.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really even introduce a cube unless it's even in bourbon, unless it's more
120s.
cast the yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, or there's something going on that I'm not like. Oh,
And even when I do that, I don't even do a full cube anymore. I just get the little guy out of the
Refrigerator.
the freezer and
Yeah.
do it that way. You keep your ice in the refrigerator?
I do not, because then it becomes water.
How cold is your fridge? Say. Interesting. I've never like that's common on wine.
Triple distilled.
Or like
All
it's
Irish
like
whiskeys
this-
triple distilled, or most Irish whiskeys.
and they have
are-
that seal going on.
Yeah.
Like okay.
Yeah, so most Irish whiskey does a triple distill run because they use barrels.
Right.
So it's really all about the copper and the alcohol interaction. So that's the reason why a lot of them are that triple distill process versus most American whiskeys is a stripping run, a spirit run, done.
Done unless it's finished or
Right.
double oak.
I tried to bring back.
Yeah, but they're distilling it a third time. Irish whiskey really fizzled out for a number of years, and that's why they all consolidated down to the Milton Distillery. Now not everybody, a lot of people are coming out of the Milton Distillery, and now other people are creating their own distilleries. But like they had to do that because Irish whiskey nobody wanted it. Now it's got a lot more popularity. It's starting to pop back up. The green spots, the tealings, all that kind of stuff is really redbreasts. The 15 is ridiculous. Like, there's good whiskey coming out of Middleton. They do good stuff. Middleton, I still want to find a Middleton very rare.
I gotta say that some of my local spots I go to. I'm not gonna say any names right now, but I recently went to a place and there was a guy. I mean, I see a lot more people in the Irish world than in the Scotches. So many more.
Well, it's
It plays closer to bourbons. Scotch
does.
gets different.
Yeah,
Can get very different.
that's true. It just seems like popularity wise, I don't know.
most people are afraid to try Scotch because
It's too smoky.
well, but they
And the price points too.
Well, but they also associate most Scotches with like a Lefroy.
Yeah. Yep.
That heavy, briny, medicinal. I'm gonna punch you in the face with the smoke and the peat.
Band-Aids are
Right.
Yep.
But
Not all
they're
Scotches
not all
are
like that.
right. Sometimes you need a Sherpa to guide you through the jungles.
That's right.
You know.
But the Irish is you don't have to deal with that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, it's kind of the
You're gonna get fruit.
lighter version of American whiskey and bourbon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and if you don't like what's coming out of a barrel, Irish whiskey's gonna. It's about the spirit, not the barrel.
Right. Right. There's less wood impact.
And if you don't
in
like
the
it, you
profile.
can still use it as a mixer.
It's usually pretty light.
Scotch.
Yeah, if you don't like smoke, you ain't mixing that with anything. Not at all. Not at all.
This guy's good.
This is really
I
good.
lost the sweetness on the nose.
It's still there on the palate.
that buttery
Butter,
thickness
yeah.
is not as
Yep.
thick.
Buttery vanilla. There's a little more fruit note now.
Yeah.
With the water. Yeah, some kind of fruit.
It's definitely like it's the apple pear. It's It's not stone fruit. It's not dark.
It's not dark fruits, which is what I would have expected with an ex-Bordeaux cask.
Right.
But it's not that.
dark
It's
cherry.
lighter. It's much lighter
That's
fruits.
what I had to say to myself: is Bordeaux a red
I'm
or white?
pretty sure it's a.
Now
It's
it's
red.
kind of
Dark.
drying out.
Yeah.
The mouth. Where before it's watering.
Overall, that's a great bottle. I would definitely buy that again. It is a little pricey. It's just about $100. Mm-hmm. So it is a little bit pricey. But Green Spot just is getting more pricey. Harder to find, more pricey.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Take that for what it is.
Stop talking about it, people.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, stop.
It's not as cool as you think.
We're
I
not
mean,
even, we're
I'm
not even
sorry.
going to release this episode.
It's absolutely horrible. You don't want to buy this. Yeah.
We're not
More
releasing
for me.
this one.
Right.
It's a
More
secret.
for me.
We'll just keep this one in the vault.
No, it's very solid. Very solid. And
pour.
if I see that white wine one, I'll pull that trigger.
If you can find it, I think it's worth the $100
Yeah,
that you
it
paid.
is.
Especially if you're a spot or a fan of the spots.
Irish, yeah,
Yep.
No doubt.
Irish whiskey.
No doubt. Pick
yeah,
this one
go
up.
for it.
Yep. And as always, I mean, if you're out and about and it's available,
Sam, a little
a
taster.
little taster,
Yeah.
definitely pull the trigger on that.
Yeah.
You
Are
know?
there a lot more of these different finish spots? Is there a bunch
I
of
know
them?
the two.
Other ones you don't know about?
I know two. I know there's 2 green spots that are finished, and then there's green, yellow, red, blue, gold. I think that's it on the regular line.
Okay.
I've never seen.
Those are the only 2
specialty
that I've
ones,
seen.
so
I've only seen the
yellow
2.
and green on the shelf. I've never seen.
I've only ever seen yellow and green.
Yep.
Yeah, same.
And then got pulled. My name got pulled in the drawing for the red. So that's it. That's all I've ever seen.
Yep.
So
If you see more, comment,
yes,
share them.
Yep.
Send them
absolutely.
to Tennessee. Come on.
this is April. We are trying to raise funds for Make-A-Wish. April 29th is World Wish Day, which is the recognition of the very first wish ever granted that kind of led to the making of Make-A-Wish itself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's also the month of my son's birthday. So his birthday would have been April 23rd. And we like to try to raise funds for Make-A-Wish in the month of April. So anything you donate between now and the end of April will match up to $500. I'm not going to go crazy on this. But
I will definitely match it myself too.
so please donate. There's a link down in the description below, and Make-A-Wish is an amazing charity. Wishes when children are going through horrible, chemo treatments or surgeries and all that stuff. To have a wish granted just helps them take their brain off of what's going on around them. And honestly, was the spark of all of this. My son's wish was to be a YouTube star. He never got to do that. Unfortunately, he got too sick by the time we actually got the equipment to do things for YouTube. So instead, we review whiskeys and act like morons.
We're by
But
no
we
means,
do it.
We're by no means stars.
And we're by no means stars, but we
Have fun.
do this
We have fun.
in honor of Jason. So we highly appreciate you donating to our fundraiser.
Yep. Well, we hope you enjoyed our review of the. I'm gonna let you brutal the name again. The Green Spot
Château Léoville Barton.
Oh,
We hope you enjoyed
Exactly.
our review. If you did, as always, we'd love the support and encourage you to hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel. Still, the goal for this year is to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. We keep growing, so we'd love your support. And if you have your favorite spot, let us know. Or another Irish whiskey line that you think is holds up right up to the same level as the Green
Yeah,
Spots.
that'd be
We'd
fun.
love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
See you next episode.
Cheers.
cheers.